Check out what's going on at Charger Gym. 3 ball from the corner pocket for Rock Ridge on that one. And then it would be Orion bouncing back.
With the drive right there.
Thanks, Stock. Kyler Owens down the lane, 48-32. 6 minutes left now. It's Wade Reichart. Pulls his way in for 2, cuts the lead to 18 for Orion, but 3:15 left in this game. Will Mayer drives, gets in the lane, 2 more. Chargers win at 59-41. That win moves them into a tie for first because of Sherrard loss that we will show you in just a minute. But we're now joined by the head coach of Orion, Larry Anderson. Larry, we really appreciate you taking a little time and spending it with us on a Friday evening, a little late. But first of all, congratulations on the win. What did that win mean to this team? I know every year you've been head coach, they've been getting better and better, and it's proven it again this year.
Well, every time when we play in the track, we know it's going to be a dogfight. It's such a good conference, just loaded with talent and good coaches. And it was a nice win for us. And, when we heard about the Sherrard loss, that did put us even with them. But every time when you go out in the track, you know you're going to have a battle.
Larry, you guys are obviously tied for first now in the track. So just what was the message to the team after this win tonight and heading into the final regular season game?
Well, immediately after the win, we didn't know what had happened down at Monmouth. So we didn't even talk about that. But we have a non-conference game tomorrow at Farmington, so that will be our first focus. But then we play at Riverdale on Tuesday, and that is also a very well-coached team, and they have a very talented team. And we know that we're going to have to play our A game to get out of there with a win. So first we look at our game tomorrow at Farmington, and then we have to focus on Riverdale.
Larry, going big picture, last season, you had a great year. You finished the top 3 in the conference. This year, you're continuing that success, and it's been even better. What would you say has changed from last year to this year, or what has stayed the same to allow you to guys have that success once more?
Well, last year, we had a senior-dominated team. We lost 5 seniors, 4 of them that started every single game, but they were such leaders that they taught the guys that we have now how to win, quite frankly. And because of their leadership, everything just kind of was seamless going into this year. And guys have stepped up that didn't have very much varsity playing time at the start of the year. And right from the beginning, they just fit in and they played well. This group, they're so tight. They're all very good friends, and it's just a pleasure to coach them. And I'm also just very, very blessed to have such a great coaching staff. So it's just been a pleasure to coach these guys.
Larry, I'd say that's good coaching to keep them in good success and having a good season again this year. Stock, you got a question for him?
Yeah, Coach, this year you had a very tough schedule. You had big games in the 10 and 32 Classic that Orion hosted Thanksgiving. You played Moline. That's manifested itself in being 8-2 in your last 10. How has those early season games and your late season success set the stage for a possible postseason run?
Well, we wanted to have a tough schedule, and to go play at Wharton Fieldhouse, such a historical building, and to be able to play Moline, and that, even though they beat us and they beat us by 15 to 20 points, it was just a great experience for our guys to play in that big environment, and I'm hoping that will do us some good when we get into the postseason. We play in front of packed gyms almost every night, and it's really fun. Small town, small school, high school basketball, it's just hard to beat. The atmosphere is just unbelievable, and it's like that when we're on the road in the track too. Everywhere we go, it's a packed house, and it's really a fun environment.
Well, Larry, we want to thank you for joining us on our stream, our 8+ app, and our streaming here as we go extra here on The Score. Good luck in your game against Farmington, and then go ahead and get that win against Brian's Riverdale Rams and try to win the conference in the track this year. Congratulations and good luck in the postseason.
Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for all the coverage, too. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, let's get back to those highlights.
Who doesn't want a three-way tie?
I don't know. I don't think Larry does. That's
Well, he
for
does,
one.
but I do.
So, all right, let's find out how they got into that tie for first place. Jonah, you got the highlights from Monmouth.
Yes, over to Monmouth and the shoebox. Sherrard taking on Monrose. First possession of the game. Titans get the ball to Caden Russell, and he scores off the window. 2-0 Monrose. Still first quarter. A nice catch and shoot for Nolan Klein. Fakes the pass and hits the tray. He makes it 5-4 Tigers. Sherrard with the ball, trailing by 1, and Brylan Bender gets it here to Jackson Jones for the easy bucket. 7-6 Sherrard. The back and forth continues. Monrose down 1. Ref gets in the way here, but they get it back to Caden Russell for the reverse. Titans take the lead, and they get the win 44-33, and that results in the tie.
Now on the Iowa side, Bettendorf starts the night with a one-gun lead in the MAC. First quarter, we were tied at 2 early. The Bulldogs find Michael Gordon on the wing, nothing but net on 3. Bettendorf up 3, but what's better than one three-pointer? How about back-to-back threes? Justin Brown cashes in, Bulldogs up 8-2. And here comes Central DeWitt. Hudson Kruko says, hey, I can hit threes too. That gives the Sabres the 10-8 lead. And Central DeWitt goes on a 16-2 run to end the first. Check out the over-the-shoulder pass from Brady Meadows. Kruko sends it back to Meadows, and it is raining threes in Sabretown. Central DeWitt, the major upset. They win 59-54.
Down to Muscatine. The Muskies are just a game back in the MAC, hosting Davenport North, and it was cake night.
I love cake.
This one went to the student section for $3K.
Did you pay for it?
No, I
Oh.
didn't. I wish. Spencer Bia out to Talent Becker. He drains the deep 2. It's tied at 4. Muskies now trail by 4. It's Bia sneaking behind the defense. He puts it up and in. Muscatine down 8-6. And Marquand Morgan made his presence felt for North. Leaks ahead of the defense. He is cleared for takeoff with the slam. North up 13-6, and more from Morgan here. Gets to the right hand with the scoop layup. He scores 21. Wildcats with the upset, 55-53.
To the pit we go. Davenport Central on the road at North Scott. Let's jump to the third. North Scott up 31-27. Drew Fisher places the ball perfectly to the Josiah Harrington throwdown. Right after, it's Kerry Harper with the smooth pass back to Harrington. A one-hand jam for the senior. What's better than back-to-back dunks? Lancers.
3 of them.
35-20. I'm sorry, but hey, this is pretty cool too. Harrington, not 1, not 2. Third time's a charm here.
Still not
Gets
a
the
dunk.
bucket. Now
Still
it's
good.
Davenport Central. They keep on fighting. Carter Light driving and 1 for the senior. Let's check out that final score. It's a close one, but North Scott comes out on top, 58-56.
All right, Brian Stocking, you have some Iowa boys scores to give us?
Absolutely. We have Keokuk wins the Southeast. They beat Fort Masson 89-79. Nolan Guzman for Fort Masson sets a school record 51 points for the Bloodhounds, but it's not enough against Keokuk. Mount Pleasant also beats Fairfield in that conference 65-46. No report from Washington at Burlington. On to the playoffs we go. We're in playoffs in Iowa.
Iowa boys, yeah.
Playoffs in Class 1A first round games. North Cedar defeats Rivermont Collegiate tonight, 78-25. They'll play at Bellevue on Monday in the quarterfinals. Prince of Peace wins their first game of the year. They beat Midland 61-50. They'll play at Bellevue Marquette on Monday. Bellevue's going to be a busy place. New London beat Highland in District 9. They'll be going down to Burlington and playing Notre Dame. New London won 54-34 over Highland. And Lone Tree defeats Belle Plaine, the Plainsmen, 83-51. Lone Tree gets a Monday night date in the quarterfinals at Cal Wheat in District 10.
Did you plan to match your sweater to our background? Because it is perfect.
No, I did not.
I
is
think it's
perfect.
absolutely
I pulled
perfect.
it out of the closet
I like
about
that.
12:30
It
this morning.
matches absolutely perfectly.
I like that that's
so.
what you took out of his
I'm-
scoreboard.
well,
Yeah, thanks a lot.
He had so many scores; they were all great. But that's what's.
We got more later on.
We'll have some more. All right, let's get back to the action. Let's go to the Western Big Six, where we have Rock Island playing Geneseo, and Lawson Zulu comes up the loose ball, lays it in. He reaches 1,000 points in his career tonight. And then Arthur Abbey, dude, Devin Marshall, lobbing it up, throwing it down.
He also got
Well, I'm getting there. He had another bucket, and the foul here. He gets to 1,000 points. Thanks for ruining it, Stocking. But hey, don't give up on Geneseo. Jaden Burridge. Nice little spin move, fade away, but it is all Rock Island. Marshall crossing them up, getting into the lane. Floater. Yeah, that's good. They win 96-52.
Next stop, Brockman Gym. It's the Newman Comets bringing things to a boil. Inside to George Youngerman for the layup. And a 5-point lead over Kewanee. The Boilers battle back with some strong play on the offensive glass. Chris Crow gets the rebound bucket. But the Comets have it clicking tonight. Asher Ernst right to the rim for the flush. He scores 17. The Newman lead continues to swell. Evan Bushman buries 3 of his 18. Later, it's Youngerman again for 3 of his 14 total points right here. Ray Sharp's Comets win 77-47. They are 28-1, tied for the league lead with Mendota at 8-1.
All right, Stockton, I think we got some more scores from you here, maybe
Yeah.
from what we had.
You can pull the scoreboard.
Why don't we do Illinois boys scores? If you have Illinois boys
yes,
scores.
I do. I can give you the ones that we didn't have earlier on the show. Mendota defeats Erie Prophetstown tonight 68-51. And in overtime, 77-57, Mendota beat Erie Prophetstown. Oliver Munoz, 26 points for Mendota. Princeton, Jackson Mason hits the game-winning jumper with less than a second left in overtime. Princeton with the upset over Hall, 67-65 at Prouty Gym. Brody Nicholas gets 25 points as Dixon defeats Rock Falls, 69-61. Drew Koenig's 24 points. Galena has won 23 games this year, first time since 2023. They've won their last 11 in a row. They make River Ridge walk the plank, 51-33. Also, Forreston and Fulton, they were tied at half, but Forreston comes out with a strong third quarter. They beat Fulton 51-47. Milledgeville led 36-9 at halftime. They beat AFC Ashton Franklin Center 60-29. Also, other games in the Northwest Upstate Illini. It is Dakota beating Pecatonica 58-47. Dakota wins the Northwest Upstate North. Lee win over Orangeville 65-35. Warren over Stockton 55-43. East Dubuque over West Carroll 57-24. And Scales Mound beat the Sobos of South Beloit 57-48. I just want to mention for those, because I don't think we mentioned it, in the Three Rivers, you have Orion, they're 7-2. Sherrard is 7-2. Riverdale is 6-3. Tuesday night, Orion and Riverdale meet, and Sherrard plays Merco. Orion and Riverdale are combined in their last 20 games, 17-3. So if you don't have anything to do, get out to that game. It's going to be packed. It's going to be a madhouse.
Will you be at the Riverdale game?
I know. I got to work that night. I swear.
Oh, geez.
That's in the-
People want to see you.
Well, you know.
The people need to see you in public.
Well, you know,
All right,
but that's the Three Rivers West. In the Three Rivers East, you have Mendota
And Newman.
They're both 8-1. They're tied for the lead also. So the Three Rivers is going right down to the last day. Great games on both sides.
Just like in football. Just like
Even
in
better,
football.
even better.
All right, we have one girls game we want to show you. It was Central DeWitt and Bettendorf as the Sabres looking to finish out the season strong.
Yes, Central DeWitt's final test is against Bettendorf. First quarter, Ava Putman driving the lane, floats this one in for the hoop and the harm. Sabres with the 1-point lead. Bulldogs with some good defense. Olivia McCorkle with the steal. Goes coast to coast. We are all tied up early. Now it's Kinley Burt finding Emma Putman in the corner. She splashes it in. This one is close, but the Sabres hold on 46-44 to end up perfect in the MAC.
All right, so that will do it as we wrap up week 6 of The Score. All the scores are in, the highlights are in. Again, we want to thank Larry Anderson for giving us a little time and talking about the Chargers' big win. As Brian said, the track is the place to be on Tuesday night, a lot of big games. And of course, next week, you want to join us right back here on WQAD and the 8+ app for week 7 of The Score. Thanks for watching, everyone.